So I want to talk about one of the most common Bible verses that a lot of people are already aware. I have heard it over and over from Sunday school throughout and all. But today, after reading it, something just clicked on my mind and I was like, oh my God. So when you read the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 14 to 30, which is essentially about the parable of the talent, where it talks about a master traveling and called out three servants. He says he gave them the talent according to their abilities. And this is what I want us to pay close attention to. He didn't just give out according to their beauty or according to any other thing, but their capabilities, what we can actually do. And he left. I know a lot of preachers talk about this and relate it more to we coming to this world and God and trusting us to preach the word and all that. But this is what came to my mind when I read the verse today. I was like, God gave us a purpose to live in this earth. And our purpose is not one, yes, we have to talk about Christ, we have to preach the gospel, but apart from that, we also have to, I would definitely say that we have to be wealthy. I believe that one of my purposes that God brought me to this earth is to be wealthy and help out those who can make it, the needy. So I was like, sometimes when it says that according to the ability, so God actually knows what we are capable of doing. God actually knows what we can do. So sometimes when God is taking us through certain things, God puts that school on your heart that, hey, go to this school, go to law school. And sometimes some of us sit down and think about all the constraints and all that. Oh my God, I can't study. I'm not smart. I don't have money. I'm probably going to drop out. I'm this, I'm that. When I read this Bible verse, what came to my mind was, if God is pushing you to do it, then He knows you can do it. He knows your capabilities. He knows what you can do. Why do we always look at it in a human form and look at all the challenges that, and one particular trend that I've noticed about a lot of people this generation is that we look at what other people are doing, what other people are going through. Every individual's calling is different. That is why we are all not teachers. That is why we are all not nurses. That's why we are all not doctors. Every individual's talent is different. That is why somebody can put up a sculpture and you look at it, you're like, oh my God. And that is why I can do that. Probably try, but I wouldn't be able to do it. But I also have my talent, right? So I read a little further when the master came back and the people brought the talent that they've actually accumulated as rewards. And then the one that got one talent, he made a profound statement that stuck with me, and I think a lot of people are just going through that in our generation. I just want to read what that statement says. When you read chapter 25, it says, "So I was afraid and went out and hid your talent in the ground. See, here is what belongs to you." So this gentleman, or whatever servant it was, said he was afraid. Fear has caged a lot of us, has made so many people aborted their destinies. Fear has made a lot of students quit along the way. Fear has made so many wealthy people who are supposed to be wealthy by now, end up in poverty. And if you are listening to me today, I just want to draw your attention to something. If you are the type that is always afraid to take initiative to do something, because I was there. I just realized that my whole life I was living in fear. I couldn't sleep in darkness. I couldn't go to an obscure place because I think a ghost is chasing me. I don't know what kind of ghost it was. But in my mind, I'm like, oh, ghost will chase me. There was so many things that I couldn't do. And I allowed fear to grip me day in and day out and my whole life. So I started realizing that hell no, this is not a good thing. As a child of God, I do not have to be afraid because the Bible says that He has not given us the spirit of fear. And so I started praying, and I keep telling myself every single day. The thought comes sometimes, I still tell myself every day that I am not going to live under any spell of fear, because God has already bought me. And if any spirit, any demon, anything wants to attack, they are not coming to attack me. They are attacking the God I serve. And guess what? I am able to sleep alone in darkness for the past 3 months. I don't need anybody to tell me that, hey girl, you've done well. I know that my God has done it. I know. And it's not just about that. So many people are afraid to do things. They know that if they are able to if you find yourself in this category, my advice is that lay everything down to God. To me, that's what I'll tell you, because that's what I did. I realized that I couldn't fight it with my own strength, so I surrendered my whole life. And I told God that He should take control. And I consistently pray against the spirit of fear. I still do pray against it. Yes, even though I am no more afraid. But I don't know what the enemy is planning for me. So I have come to a point in my Christian life that I know that you don't have to sit for temptations to come before you act. You got to be like a soldier. I remember when I was in high school and I joined the cadet, sometimes we would sleep with our morning endurance uniforms and boots, because once you hear the whistle, you don't have time to prepare to wear those things. You just have to get down and go. And so that is what I have come to understand in my Christian walk. And so if you want to also elevate yourself spiritually like that, comment fear, and I will help you to get to the point that you need to be.